Welcome to YDT. It's season 3, episode 168 of a show which pulls back the curtain, takes down walls brick by brick to expose the true hearts of those caring for those you love most. And I am Nathan, and you are you. And I'm honored to meet you right here. It's virtual, it's a remote, it's a portable, it's a what am I talking about show. It's on the go show. I've got family out of town. My kids are in Texas. They're back from Texas, actually, but I'm all over the place right now, and so I've taken my Apogee Duet 3 with me, and this is a remote setup. You should see it. Oh, it's my phone. Oops, going off. I felt compelled to hit the record button today. This isn't the normal time that I even record the podcast. I want to have everything even set up properly. But the analogy of the goldfish really popped into my head, and I don't know if you've heard about this, but if you keep a goldfish in one of your small little kid tanks, you know, you're teaching your child how to tend to, take care of, be responsible for a thing. This goldfish remains small in that little tank. You put a goldfish in a large body of water, that thing can grow the size of a Volkswagen. I don't know if it's that big, but it grows very large. And the environment that you find yourself in, did you put yourself there? Did you put yourself there, and is it positive, the outcome? Or do you see yourself being stagnant in this tiny little goldfish in this little goldfish bowl? You need to maybe jump ship, jump out of that and into a larger body of water. You need to tend to yourself. You need to be mindful of yourself. Be selfish with self so that you can be comfortable with self, so that you can go on and do the great things that you were put here to do. You have to show up for you first and then for others. And this is me showing up, hitting that record button to share that with you, and also share to head to nathanmorrismusic.com, grab you some swag, and also be sure to click in the show notes. You can subscribe right now on TikTok. Every Sunday we go live for $5.99 a month. You get first dibs on all kinds of exclusive stuff. All kinds. You get like first listens, first looks. You get input. Last week's episode was solely inspired by my friends over on Subscriber World at TikTok. I don't even know if that means, but go click the link in the show notes to subscribe. And speaking of, in the show notes, there's also the link to apply for the Mastermind 12-month deep dive. We're giving away 3 seats. But you got to apply first, because we're taking a couple of handfuls of people for a deep dive to learn how we went from 6 figures to 8 figures through progressive thinking, CRMs, social media, marketing, policies, procedures, things that moved the needle in the funeral profession, a profession which is so beautiful, yes, but it is behind the times. It's behind the times. If you are thin-skinned, do not click the link in the show notes to apply. If you can handle some rocks and you want to propel your business, your funeral service, a beautiful service, to the next level, click the link, fill it out. There's all of your to-dos. Let's roll with some YDT. You may not have a pen and paper ready. That's okay. Just rewind to this. Small minds discuss other people and gossip. Good minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. Denzel Washington is quoted saying that. Small minds discuss other people. Good minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. Where are you in that? Where are you? I read a couple of weeks ago, I shared it, the 4 agreements. It's not wise to take anything personal. And when you deep dive into that, there's this whole having an opinion is not necessarily required. When you hear a story, whether it's secondhand, third hand, or directly involving you, sometimes it's okay to not have an opinion. And oftentimes if you're hearing a story, then it might be gossip. It might be a half truth. It might be true, but there's also this idea and understanding that perception is reality. I've heard that a number of times, and the context was during painful moments, and I can't make you perceive something differently, and it's not my job to have you be agreeing with me or aligning with my thoughts and insight and vision. And It's just important for you to know that opinions are sometimes, a lot of times, okay to not have. And gossip doesn't move the needle. That's a small-minded thing. And when you think about gossiping, have you ever had someone come up to you that you really respect, honor, love, and they're talking about someone? It's not hateful. They're just talking because they feel safe with you. But let's say they're talking about someone and they say that, my gosh, they're so hard to understand. They were so fast and they made me feel so uncomfortable because they kept staring at me. You're talking about maybe a professor at college. And I'm getting ready to walk into that class to have my first class with a professor I'd never had before. And next thing you know, I've just developed an opinion of them because of what was shared with me. My view of someone was skewed before I was even able to formulate my own opinion. And gossip can do that. Gossip can create versions of, views of someone or something before you even had a chance to formulate your own thoughts and insight. He without sin cast the first stone. Gossip isn't a healthy way to move the needle in life and propel. My brother had a friend, has a friend still, but in middle school, I recall someone coming up to him. I would have been in 5th grade, and they were in 8th grade. And someone said, this is my childhood mind, did you hear about something? And they looked at him and said, nope, don't care. Meaning, don't tell me about a bunch of jargon when you don't necessarily know, and I don't need to know. It was really interesting because I still remember that. They were protecting themselves, they were protecting the subject, and in a weird way protecting the person who was trying to deliver the information. Don't be small-minded. Don't be. Better be thought a fool and say nothing than to speak and to remove all doubt. Good minds discuss events. I think you could be in a good mind segment, and that's great. Good minds are talking about positive events, yes, fundraisers or weekend getaways or what's going on right now with the Middle East. There's conversations that could be had, but quickly, good-minded event speaking can turn small-minded gossip. So that's a really tough group to be in. Small talk is fine. Events, talking about that is fine. I am always thinking about, does this bless what we're doing? Does this that I'm giving energy to, is it taking my energy that I'm giving? Like, is it not replenishing it? Is there anything that's going to propel me, propel others, bless others? Being in the good mind could easily turn being into the small mind. Great minds discuss ideas. Elon Musk, that man, if he doesn't get 10,000 rocks thrown at him a day, you can't go anywhere on any platform and have someone not be just flinging and slinging dirt about this man. This man that's shot satellites in space, and just last week he got the okay to provide Starlink in Zambia, I believe. Zambia, I mean, a third world country, right? A lot of them may not even have phones, but they have internet. The boring, like that tunnel. I mean, he has these ideas. He's obviously SpaceX. He's doing incredible things because he has ideas. His ideas come to fruition. He believes, he speaks things into existence, and he doesn't have time for noise. Tesla, battery operated car. Now, I don't know what side you are on the battery versus, I don't care. But the point is that he is creating tons of jobs because of his great ideas, and he doesn't have time for small talk, no talk, gossip talk. He doesn't. And I believe we can think like the Elon Musks of the world. I mean, we don't have to be billionaires, but our ideas, we can have great ideas. We can start in our homes. We can start in our community. What's something that you love, and what are you not doing that you should be doing because we were put here for a specific purpose? And I think about that when I'm writing and when I'm creating great ideas. I want to share my ideas, which I am passionate about. I think the bottom line is if you have a lot of time to gossip and to be negative, then you need to pivot a little bit. This world needs you. This world needs a positive you. This world needs an encouraged you. This world needs a creative you. And if you find yourself being bogged down by someone or something, then you should move. Whether that's physically or metaphorically speaking, you should move. What do you got to do to get into the great mindset? Show up for yourself so you can do that. I'm committing to releasing new music, and I have last time, releasing on October 27th. You can pre-save it now in the link in the show notes, because I was put here to create. There's no better time than the present to do that. And that's a great idea, to just keep pushing out content, music, creative that I believe in, and that'll hopefully resonate and it'll fall on the ears that it needs to fall on. That's a great idea. Great idea. Showing up for myself, showing up for you is a great idea. Don't be small-minded, please. If you feel like you're going to gossip about someone, self. Does this move the needle? Self. Does this bless other people? Self. Does this paint myself or someone else poorly? That's what you should ask. My great idea was to set up the portable studio today so that I could get this podcast episode out to you, because I needed to let you know. Be great-minded. Don't be small-minded. Elon Musk is very smart. Yes, he's no different than us. He just chooses to show up, implement ideas, have great ideas, and those ideas bless other people. Don't give your calendar time to be negative. Time is a non-replenishable resource. I hope you love what you're doing. I hope that you've been able to connect with what I am. I hope that this meets you in an incredible moment. And if it is not an incredible moment, I still meet you here. And please consider sharing my music with a friend. Let them know that I appreciate them giving it a listen. You can say that personally. Thank you. From Nathan. He says thank you, because I do. Yet is at radio. It's doing incredibly well. 25 at Billboard last week. 25 at Billboard. I remember looking at those charts and saying, I'm going to be there one day. We speak it into existence, good or bad. We really do. We speak it. Being small-minded and negative, you want to speak it? Okay, it's going to happen. Absolutely. Be great. I can't wait for you to hear last time. Pre-save it. Link in the show notes. I can't wait for you to start truly showing up for yourself. And if you are, kudos. Be sure to subscribe to me over on YouTube. We have exclusive content releasing over there all the time, and click the bell so you get notified when new content releases. You can find me on all the socials. Go to nathanmorsemusic.com. There's so much that you got to do. You don't have to, but it's great that you do, because I love meeting you. I love connecting with you. Be great-minded. Don't be small-minded. Don't even be good-minded. And thanks, Denzel Washington, for that quote. And thank you for being you. And I'll see you at 169.